must be to make it easier for you as people in our townships to establish and run your own businesses. Make it easy. Don't make it difficult. Make it easy. So that's the first thing. This township, this new piece of legislation in the Township Economic Development Bill, which will create a new set of bylaw, standard bylaw, it will lead into what are some of those advantages? Re batla hore di businesses tsa rona tse raniwang ko makeisheneng di tsamaye ka molao le tsona. Those who must pay tax must also pay tax. There are lots of businesses, some of them are actually big businesses. They operate mo makeisheneng. They are not registered. They don't have permits, they don't have licenses. They are operating location. They don't pay tax. They do something which is the opposite of what the official name of the business is. How we want a business? We see Mutsari register the Bible, we see register the drugs. Saying that ona di bulwa mo ileng hore ha o batle business e itseng e reng ke lefe motlhala. You can't open a shebeen next to a school. So we want to also make sure that there's proper regulation, there's also compliance with basic minimum standard. Babang barekisa dijo tse ileng hore di expiry. Expired food, direct set of direct set of Batubaron. Habato kula, crash the half, Banaba Skolo Kaufela Bakula, Barbajile, Bajile di Jote, Kokai, Moles Pazen said. How will check what crying, Habala daily proper hygienes. Dijo is sensitive. How rekisa dijo? Anything that comes into people's body. It's one said. The regulations, the inspector, the fellow, the theater, I know. But the health inspectors are also not doing their job. I don't even know, you can't even pronounce the name of that cool drink. The answer somewhere else, direct set of Batubaru. Direct set of Batubaru. There's lots of food stuff that needs to be properly checked, properly licensed. Di check you, di verify you. That's not so mulao. The first thing kiri, easy. Anybody who wants to establish a business, this law is going to make it easier, but it also comes with issues of compliance. How would the business willing to tell you comply? The second thing, Sabubedi Kure, Mulao own of its legislature. Utsamaya le fund, Ntweri Bitsamoreke Township Partnership Fund. Erao ring tweo. Una libera di business babangata, momakeishening, Kintweri boning for years and years. Black economic empowerment happens at the top, but vakolcation in Baruna refili BEEA. Rabona batubakata di deal kodi mukwale. We don't feel economic empowerment in the townships. So township businesses have been saying to us, we can see announcements about this fund and that fund and that fund. Mara I feel collocation. I defeat the business in Senya. So one of the things we decided to do is that we will establish from this piece of legislation a separate Renalidi SMME fund Sengata mo South Africa. SMME fund lots of money, including in empowerment funds. But those don't often reach our small businesses at the grassroots level. So we have decided, in partnership with the private sector and some of the government agencies, really provincial government, we are now establishing the Township Partnership Fund. Ke eo etsang fund eo. Hona le batho ba bangata mo makeisheneng ba rana di business mara go boima ho thola loan ko bankeng. Ha ke re le a itseba ntho eo. Even if you run your business well, you have a cash flow issue, your business really makes money, but in between maybe you have cash flow issues, you want to grow your business to the next level. At this level, you want to expand your business. When you are a township business, when you are a business run in this environment, you are a small business run in the township, or a small business that's run by a woman, run by a young person, a business that's really given some funding support, this business can operate very well. So we also have established that Township Economic Development Partnership Fund. It will thusa ba ileng hore ba batla access to funding. To run a business, you need access to market. Whatever you produce, you must be able to sell. You need customers. But you also need access to funding. So our piece of legislation, mo Gauteng, is also going to, we have a fund, that fund is there's already 800 million that is set aside to support the business circulation. But let me tell you, the business circulation, firstly, we want to make sure that we support real, proper businesses. We don't want someone who's not running a business to end up accessing that money, and take that money to go and use it for something else other than running the business. We must also be able to inspect these businesses. Uskata mo nuar when now run a business. Harer bato bona business ya how sa answer a phone. And I also want to say to you, if business ya how equal Limpopo, don't come and claim funding for support of your. We are only funding the businesses based in Gauteng. I want to say that without any apology, because this is the Gauteng Township Economic Development Bill, if it is to legislature Gauteng, to support businesses that are based in townships in Gauteng. So, inspector. So everybody who needs support from the township, they must be verified. So you must have an address and you must have a bank account. You can't run a business from your pocket. You must have an address, even if business how you operate, you run it from your house. It must be a business that can be verified. We can send people from government and to come and verify. Uru support. Who is a business here high? We run a guy business here. Ki ing trainer I register. You can't just exist nje. Ungabonakai. Aswena je swakiri. Ukasiri no we now we exist a momo ye. So we are going to also make sure that to ensure no crooked ways, nobody comes who is not a business person, who doesn't operate a business, want to have access to the township businesses. But economic development, the team from economic development is here. They will also be verifying those businesses to check And we need businesses that have got bank accounts that operate properly. Because as a support fela ka tjhelete, there's also training, non-financial support. Many of our businesses operate in collocationing, entrepreneurs, but they need lots of support. They need lots of support, financial and business development skills. So training is going to be one of those things. In addition, we want to also buy as government. If you sell something collocationing or produce something collocationing, and in the last few weeks, in fact, from last week and this week, the MEC tsa Gauteng kaofela di ya collocationing by law report ka township economic development bill. They are reporting. I was last week nekile ko Orange Farm, and then Friday ki Tlemona kaya ko Ivory Park. Ntongwe eribonang una le di business collocationing that are really producing great things. Babang ba rekisa ntho tse bonahalang, but often their problem is they have difficulty with access to market. So there are also, we want municipalities tsa mo Gauteng hobane molao o supportiwa ke provincial government le bo masepala ba rona ba mo Gauteng. We want through this bill, we are expanding. We want to be able to buy goods and services from the business collocationing, where we're now producing or rekisang. So we have a budget, goods and services. Every department mo Gauteng and every municipality will be reporting to me, reporting to the municipality or reporting to the legislature. They will also be reporting to the Executive Council of Gauteng. How much is each department spending on buying from businesses that are based in the townships? So again, it means that you must produce quality stuff. You can't just say because the government or when now it's the overall or uniform. Because one of the important things, there are women who are organized as cooperatives who are producing uniforms. We are already buying school uniforms from those cooperatives. We are already using their best services. The school uniforms. We also want to be able to procure. I saw go Orange Farm, a township businesses. Baba etsang di mask. Le tseba ke nako ya di mask ena ke. Le na le tsona di mask tsa lona ke a di bona. I can see. I just took mine off now so that you can.
All right, we'll bring you a succinct summary of what took place there as Gauteng Premier David Makhura returned to Diepsloot in the wake of the violence and murders that have taken place there. It's time for a short break. My colleague Nompumelelo Siziba is standing by at the top of the hour to bring you more business, market and sports news. Good afternoon from me. Stay safe.
Agro-processing and manufacturing in the townships. Those businesses, let's that support. Some of them, all they need is a place to operate properly. How are we going to be supporting them? In this law, this piece of legislation, we are also doing what is called rapid land release. Bilingual barana di business collocation, babang babone ba batlileo government or na ke batla le mfe PCR land ke batla o aga business ya ka igole mo. I don't need anything from you guys in government. There are people who have come to us. I just need a piece of land where I'm currently working at home. I'm doing this thing in my house. I'm producing furniture at home. It makes noise. It's a nuisance. For the children cannot study. The neighbors always complain. But I want to do my furniture manufacturing here in Diepsloot. Give me a piece of land. So the Township Economy Development Bill also allows us. o reetse rapid land release. We have lots of land here in Diepsloot. E ownwang ke masipala, e ownwang ke provincial government, e ownwang ke public works ya national. So because problem ya rona ya communication ke e itseng. Every piece of land, people want to do two things. Every piece of land, you must build houses. Every piece of land, people want to build houses. Or if you come there tomorrow, it's a church. We need to reserve land for businesses to grow in our townships. So, and not just reserve that land, this law is allowing us now to be able to release land for business development. But that land will be leased. What does this mean? It can't be your land, because if we give it to you and tomorrow you sell it, we are in trouble. South Africa. If you are RDP today, we register 12,000 kausa. And we register tamutwasnali di pampiri tao abe mo South Africa. Le joalo lena, le joalo. Ale fetso register le khutlela mikhukhu. And then le rauna service deliver. O register ntlo ya hao. O khutlela mkhukhu, o lo joina toitoi. Ya batho ba ba batla hearing hauna service deliver, mara o register ntlo ya hao. Re a le bolella ke nnete ntlo le a itseba. Ba bang ba lona le nka dispaza tseno eno tsa lona le nang le tsona, le di hirisa for 3,000. Le di hirisa le koleka rente kgwedi a e fela. A le sa rana di business tseo. And happily di hirisa le tseba hore some illegal things happen. More business here. When you turn your back on the problem of what is happening in that area. So we will, when we do rapid land release for businesses, 99-year lease. In other words, you can't sell it. You can only use it as long as you do the business there. And if you don't use it, if you don't want to do business anymore, that land is not yours. So ki rapid land release for the business for bond. So one of the things we are doing right now, last week we did a visit to Orange Farm to the business sites. Few weeks ago, we were in Winnie Mandela in Tembisa. We also did a visit to the business sites. More batlang baba batlang aga di business tabon. Ba apply, ba fiwe the rights, ba age di business mo. Ba lease le facileo. That land is leased from government for 99 years. For them to establish the business more. So that's one of the important ways relo supporter. So referisa melawana ele ene atella the small businesses. Reintroduce a township economic development partnership fund. Release a rapid land release a lefasi, to lease it to those who want to build their own, grow their own businesses there. But let me say to you that all these things that I am saying is to support South African businesses. This is for South African businesses. It's for South African businesses because with all these measures that we are making, we also want to make sure that the South African businesses in our townships grow. You have to have an ID, a South African ID, to access all these things that we are talking about. If you don't have a South African ID, you are not going to access these benefits for these businesses. Yes, we do want foreign investors, even entrepreneurs to come in our country to come and establish businesses. We want to allow those who come in South Africa lawfully to also generate their own income. But this must be lawful. Everything, you must be able, like Lieutenant Tatemtsolet last week, you must have documentation. And we must find you, we must find your business, we must see what you are producing and selling, and we must also give you a license, a trading license. I know, una le batho ba bangata ba reng ba sokola, ba rekisa mbujwala ba mpuleletse ko Ivory Park. Ba re ha ba fiwe di license, ba re premier puso ya hao le bo masipala. Ba re fi di permit. Sometimes ba re fa 2-year permit ya expire re renewa. Ba re fi renewal, ba re fostela re rekise is mo sing molaong. Because of red tape, I want to say to you, we want to work and get rid of all the red tape. We want to ensure the businesses are properly licensed to do the business they do, and how rekisa bujwala o ka se rekise bujwala mo pela kereke hape. If a particular area is designated as places of worship, you can't license someone to open and sell alcohol right in front of that place. Dintho tse di batla ho regulate-wa, we need order. Last week you were saying there's a problem, how na order mo Diepsloot. So these businesses are important for us to support, to grow. Re rata hape hore le ba hirisang the back room. Nna ke a tseba bongata ba batho ba rona ba mo ba na le ba etsa income out of ho hirisa the back room. Ke nnete. Ho hirisa the back room a se roba molao. I want to say that to you. To have back rooms once you have a place and you have back rooms there, it's not unlawful. It helps you to generate income. Mara or the back rooms, we need a new regime of ensuring where the back room the operator handle. Most of the problems in the back room there's no direct connectivity to each back room for electricity. What do? They are connected to the main house. And they pay for electricity to Umastand. And Umastand are pateli Eskom. Ba patala electricity to Umastand are patali Eskom. And Eskom has switches off everybody. We want those back rooms to be connected directly. They be prepaid. They be prepaid. So that anybody who is hiring in there also pays electricity. One of our big problems with the back rooms also is that some of them are not connected properly to the sewer system. Limetsi are connected to a handle. So we want to formalize the back room, the township back rooms are part of what we call township real estate. Di check where le already tlhokometse ba empa tsona ba di tlhokomele ba ska nka rente fela. O ska kra o kentse batho ba 20 mo one room mo. O re wena o na le taba as long as ba o patala. Ba dula ba le 20 ka mo roomong eo. E cause di problems tse ngata in our communities. So we want to support, we have a program, it's part of our township, those in the townships who have backyards, we want those backyards to be properly connected. They need to also be able to be linked to our system, the rates and taxes, and our municipalities are carrying a big burden currently. Rates and taxes. And there are people who are also making money out there. We must help them to support those kind of businesses through this piece of legislation. But I also say that Bumastani le bona bana le problem. ba irisa motho ba tseba hore ke criminal o batliwa ke batho ba SABC. We have a lot of we want to hold you accountable. If crimes are committed, we now must stand. We irisitse batho. And batho ba ba committed the crimes ba di etsa ba tlo tshabela mo wena. Last week, that's something that the Minister of Police and the Minister of Home Affairs were saying. If you have people who are committing crimes, ditsotsi, who you know, uri motho ona wa batleha maponisa ba mmata. Wena o mfihlile mo cooperator le yena. You are committing a crime. You will be included amongst those who are violating the laws of South Africa. Criminals, but I also want to say there's lots of people that are not legally in South Africa. By Lenghore, some of them is not out of their own making. The minister was dealing with that last week about documentation. And we want those who need to be documented to be documented. But some of you, I know, batho bana kaofela le ba irisitse mona ha bana le pampiri A1 hore ke bona bo mang, not one paper. O ka se tsebe hore ke bo mang batho bao. They have no single trace hore ke bo mang ba tswa kae. So we also want to make sure that the backyards and the township, as we support those businesses, they also have to help us to ensure melao ya South Africa ya latela. Boradi taxi. The taxi industry is a very, very important industry. But wabangata babatsu, mo taxi industry. That the taxi industry, through the Township Economic Development Bill, renale section we want to empower the problem ya taxi industry kiena. And one of the big things is our MEC Mamabulo has led discussions in taxi industry. We want to support them to grow out of just the taxis. They must be part of the other areas, the buses, including the Gautrain. We want to support them so they don't fight for the routes all the time. Una le di taxi rank tse agilweng ke province, re batla hore di taxi rank tseo. We want those taxi ranks to be assets that are leveraged by the taxi industry. Around every taxi rank, ho tshwantse ho be le business development more. Iska ba fela hore batho ba namela di taxi. There should be lots of business activities around the taxi rank. We want to support those taxi ranks to grow into business nodes, and the taxi industry should be, the people who are in the taxi industry should be involved in the development of those business nodes. How we lo namela taxi, we lo palama taxi. Every transport node must be a business node. You can be doing your shopping whilst you are waiting for your next mode of transport. So that's another important sector we are going to be supporting through the township economy. Gauteng inali pleke tse ngata mo eleng hore agriculture. There's huge agricultural potential in our townships. Re batla batho ba rona ba ileng hore ba batla ho etsa food production. So through the Township Economic Development Bill, we also want to support urban agriculture, small-scale urban agriculture. Every community must be able to produce food, but also the people, the small farmers, but Diepsloot. Ba kgone ho produce dijo tsa mona ba etse di vegetables. So one of the things we are doing is to support the development of small markets in our townships. But I also said, we have been talking to big businesses, the retail sector. Big retailers, they operate a momakation. We also, if you are producing vegetables, you are producing other goods and services, we also want those big retailers to support the township businesses, to be able to buy, because who is there to protect these businesses when there's looting and riots? So we want, therefore, a partnership between the township businesses also with the big retailers, everybody coming to establish a business in the township. We want that type of partnership between the small-scale businesses in our communities and the big businesses. We can only build an economy together where everybody has got a stake. So I want to therefore conclude by saying, Molao oru fitisitseng ko legislature. This piece of legislation, once the legislature passed the law, legislature will certify before the premier signs the law, or the president, if it's a provincial legislation, it must be certified by the legal people. Certify. Actually, I was told that the speaker has certified this bill, and it is on its way to my office. I want to sign it so that it becomes a full piece of legislation. It's enforceable. It's a piece of legislation who support the business. This law is not going to do business for you. You are the business people. You must do business. You must be the ones who build your businesses. Waka business is. If you think you are just going to be applying for money and you are not willing to struggle with your business, the ups and downs of the business is tough. One day you make money, the other day you don't make money. COVID ya fitla, the business setting diletsa kwala mohara ha COVID. Some of these businesses had to close down during COVID. But the Gauteng provincial government, with the support of all the political parties in our legislature, we have passed the first legislation. Supported economy accommodation. How hule muruo makeishining, how hule muruo makeishining, how hule rerekumnoto akolkeishining. Maukule umnoto maukule. So, program director. So this is the part, my part of the report. Ntate mamabulo utlo lefa report katsela ena ya William Nicol. Urweza alanka William Nicol. You can't build a proper business in Diepsloot if William Nicol is not operating. Every time you want to go somewhere, your business is locked out. But we also know you can't build a proper business if mutakase out there. Electricity problems, your councillors have reported to us. We still have the sections mo banale probleme. Eskom has to replace the substation. The substation is saying ile acha, I so replace it. But we also know that some of the things are caused by you. Illegal connections, zinyoka nyoka. Zinyoka nyoka cause problems. Illegal connections create big problems. We must sort out those issues so that people can have proper access. You can't run a business without proper infrastructure. You can't run a business without access to electricity. And you can't run a business without proper supportive environment. And msebetu waruna kwetsa dintotso so tsa supporta the business allocationing. So I want MEC Mamabolo just to report quickly. Kamurao amor tlalefa munyetla wa hore le bue le rona hore re isa kae economy ya mulcationing ya mo Diepsloot. Where are we taking this economy? Le amamela MEC Mamabolo mshapele matso.
Premier, MEC, please just make the remarks about William Nicol in particular.
Thank you very much, Program Director. Damachomo kilebore Premier, Okardi Lodia Wamo, Ronald Matata. Okay. Olukile rinke rituele pili. I'm sure takwana.
My apologies,
Gratia roba newsroom ke ra ke lwele na le ska room sia newsroom a tlogela ya SABC. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Erinkele bugeng arfanen ditseber kwaneng ba association ya Rulta Premier o shetse abuletse ka taba tsa di taxi ne kno gopela ba eme batho ba ba bone ka hore Rulta ke yona Premier association e rwalang batho mo lefelong le la mo Diepsloot ke bona ba eta pele ba taxi industry ba kana ba dula fase ke be ke iputsa re ntwe nka be diragala ko di taxing I'm sure ke ba ile ba ilukisha ka speed ka gore bana le mogwa go rarolla mathata a bona. Now Samatomo e rempile ke tlo fa report ka tsela ya K46 ke no rata gore le nna ke leboge mantswi a beile mo ke Premier David Makhura a tlhalosa molao o e leng gore o tlo thuša go thekga dikgwebo tša makeišeneng. Bjanong se segolo eno ba go tsebiša badudi gore molao o ke tloga ke rata gore mo leboge Premier David Makhura go ya le ka mokgwa e leng gore o ile a re etela pele re le mmušo wa province ka moka ga ona a etelela pele gore re be re fihle mo letšatšing le la mamotla le e leng gore di-political parties ka moka ga tšona mo Gauteng legislature a gona le tee ye e ileng ya ka theko ka moka ga tšona di ile tša ba ngatana e tee mekgatlo ka moka ga yona ba re ba thekga molao o. Premier ke re ko leboge ke a gopola go tabe be thoma ka 2014 ge Premier a sno biwa gore a be Premier ya mo Gauteng ka June 16 re ile ra ya ka mo Soweto ka mo re ilo gopola baswa ba 1976 mo Premier a re ga sepela mo tsileng eo ba isepetseng a tama a leboga a bolela e bila swara mafoko le borakgwebo ge re ntse re tsamaya ko Soweto a bolela le bona mo dijarateng tša bona mabapi le thekgo e ba e nyakang ya dikgwebo tša bona. 2014-16 June ke gopola gabotse bjano mamotla re fihla mo ebile re ya go yona kgwedi ya 16 gape June 2022 le ka kgona go bona leeto leo Premier David Makhura go thoma ka administration ela a ba etetše pele la mathomo go ye ya bobedi gore leeto le o le sepetše bjang. Bjanong ke ka lebaka leo ne ke tla re moetapele a re mmetele matsogo re moleboge ka gore nkabe ile o mongwe motho mongwe nka ba ile a ngala re o ka re leeto le le boima. Bjanong Premier, sincere thanks to you, thank you very much. Le a tseba gore mošutelelwa ga a nabe bjalo a ke a swanela go naba ka polelo. Sa mathomo Premier se ke ratang go se tsebiša badudi ke gore go aga ga tsela ya K46 go sepela gabotse re tloga re kgotsofetse re le department re le province ya Gauteng gore mošomo o tšhaba diatla mo la projecting yela ya K46. Le tla gopola gore project ye ile ya ba le mathata mengwageng ya kua morago kua ya emišwa empa ra swanela ko re ithome mathomong. Re rile ge re ithoma mathomong go ba le mathata a gore ditendara ge di swantse di tswele pele di ile tša emišwa ra re ge re di thoma gape tša affecta ke taba ya COVID-19 ya di lockdown di department di tswaletšwe. Ge go bulwa re tswela pele le yona go seno appointiwa ra kontraka ra išiwa court ba re tendera ye ga ya wadiwa gabotse ba be ba na le mathata ba re iša court. Ge re ya court ba losa ko court ya re mmušo wa Gauteng ga gona phošo e o e dirileng mo tendereng. Ra kontraka a thoma go itukišetša gore a tlotše ya site a thome mošomo wa gage. Bjanong le yona le tla gopola gore go ile go ba le dikgogakgogano mola le mola go ba le mathata a itseng a ileng a emiša project e le gona ka nnete ge batho ba inyakela mo ba ka tsenang gona bjalo ka borakgwebo or mo ba ka tsenang gona bjalo ka bašomi. Bjalo le yona ile ya tliša mathata a magolo go ba go fihlela go tlotla dikgetho ra bona gore go kaone re emele dikgetho di fete di tla re go feta ra tswela pele. Bjalong ke no rata gore go lena gore project e bile le mathata empa ga gona bjalong mo re leng gona re bone gore ra kontraka o šetše a dirile site o thomile ba bangwe ba lena ba kane ba sa tsebe go na le ditraka le metšhini le equipment e leng gore e tlišitšwe ko siteng. Rena re le department Premier re a kgotsofala gore project e thomile go thunya lerole mošomo o tšhaba diatla go na le mošito go tswela pele gabotse. Bjanong re tloga re itumela go seo. Okay, re tla e bolela ka gore ke a kwa gore o ka re ga re kwane. Sa bobedi ke rata go tsebiša gore go ya ka report e re filweng go na le employment ya batho ye e leng gore la mathomo le tla gopola gore project e be rana mo watting e tee fela ebe e sa rane di Watt 94, ebe e sa rane ko Watt 96 le 95, ebe e le project e rana mo 113. Bianong spetso se re steering se se botse se e leng gore ke tloga ke se leboga ke gore project e thomile go rana ebile e na le di-CLO tša di-watt tša 94, 96, 95 le 113. Di-CLO tšeo premier go ya ka di-report tša rena go berekišanwa le department le city ya Johannesburg le rakontraka batho bao ba appointilwe gore e be di-CLO tša project ba representa di-watt tša bona. Se sengwe gape se re tsebang ke gore project ge e šetše e fedile ka moka ga yona e tla ba e le gore e appointile nomoro ya batho ba e leng gore ba ka lekana palo ya 200 ge e šetše e fedile go fihla ka kgwedi ya July 2023 mo e leng gore ke mo kontraka e swantšeng gore e be e feditše mošomo wa yona. Bjanong ga gona bjalong re kwile gore go šetše go na le batho ba e leng gore ba hirilwe mo projecting eo ba e leng gore ba šetše ba thomile ka mošomo wa bona. Bjanong ke a kwa batho ba bangwe ba re ko kae, I'm sure tla e tlhalosa ka gore rakontraka o gona mo le PSP ba gona mo ba tata ba tlhalosa gore na tse batho ba se botšišang se diragala mo kae. Ke tshepa gore ba gona mo ba tla tlhalosa. Se sengwe gape se ke nyakang go se tsebiša ke gore project e ge e tlo tšwela pele e sa tlo bana le mo e leng gore boradikontraka borakgwebo ba hiriwa go hira borakontraka le go hira batho ga di feli mo go ba ba šetšeng ba hirilwe ka gore re kwele gape le gore report ya rena e re go na le di-SMMEs tše e leng gore ba kgopetšwe gore ba submite di-business profile tša bona ka mantšu a mangwe gore na dikgwebo tša bona di ikeme bjang. Bjanong ge re bolela bjalo rakontraka o busy o lebellana le di-profile tše e leng gore di submitilwe gore ba kgone go appointa di-SMMEs tše di swantšeng di appointiwe. Rena premier re ntšhitše lentswe ra ntšha directive go rakontraka gore ga gona taba ya gore black economic empowerment 30% ye e swantšeng e ye go di-company tša batho ba e leng gore ke batho ba borena ba ba tshwenyegileng. Taba yeo ga e boledišano yeo ke molao o swantšeng go petagale. 30% e swantše rakontraka a re bontšhe gore o e file go ya ka molao o o beng gona, ga se ntho e re swantšeng go tlwa re e lwela e disrupta project e senya project ka gore 30% black economic empowerment ke molao, ga e nyake ntwa, ga e nyake mašata, e swantše rakontraka a e phethagatše. Bjanong se sengwe se ke nyakang go no se tsebiša ke gore taba ye nngwe ya bohlokwa gore re kgopelele go lena gore ge gore project e kgone go fela ka nako ya yona e swantšeng re e beileng ya 2023 July, go tlo ra gore re šomišane mo e leng gore go na le mathata, mo e leng gore go na le dilo tše di sa sepeleng ga botse. Go tlo ba kaone re dule fase tafoleng re boledišane ge e le gore go na le se se tshwenyang batho go tlo nyaka gore re seke ra emiša project ka gore ge re disrupta project re swarelela development ya mo Diepsloot le diwati tše dingwe ka gore tsela e thekga economy ya lefelo le lengwe le le lengwe. Borakgwebo ba nyaka gore tsela e fele ba tle ba investe, ba dire dikgwebo, ba dire mešomo, ba thuše batho ba bantši. Bjalong ge re editela tsela ka di-protest, ka di-disruptions, le bona borakgwebo bao ba tabang ba filwe monyetla mola le bona batho ba e leng gore ba tla ba hirilwe ko projecting ba ka se be ba patelwa malapa a bona ka se be a kgona gore a hwetse se sengwe ka gore project e tla ba e delay investment e swantšeng e be gona le yona e ka se be ya tswela pele bjanong ke rata ka go ruma ka gore premier taba ye nngwe e kgolo kore re swantše le di-councilora re sware meeting le batho ba e leng gore ba na le kgatlhego ya go investa mo tseleng re kwe mo go bona gore na gore project e ge e sa tswele pele ke di-investment tše di kakang tše e leng gore di šaletše morago ga di tswele pele di swareletše ke taba gore project ga e tswele pele bjanong rata go kgopela go lena gore tlhe badudi ge go na le bothata di-councilora ba gona ge go na le bothata a re duleng fase re boledišaneng go feta gore project e emišwe ge e le gore aowa emanganyane badudi emanganyane bontate ge e le gore go na le bothata gore dilo di ka ripotwa ko di-councilareng goba di ka ripotwa ko kae le rena re le provinceng re gona menyako ya mmušo ka moka ga yona e butswe ga gona se se ka dirang gore re se ka ba ra boledišana bjanong a re kwane ge e reng ke bušeletše ge e le gore go na le bothata borakgwebo ge e le gore go na le bothata mabapi le project ka taba tša dikgwebo tše dinnyane tša bašomi ye nngwe le ye nngwe ke rata gore ke le tsebiše ke le tshepiše gore re ikemišeditše go dula fase le lena re boledišane ka mathata ao a ka bang gona re le kgopela gore go se ka ba go aba le go emiša le go disrupta project ke yona ke be ke nyaka go e gatelela eo bjanong premier o boletše gore re tlo lefa monyetla mo e leng gore motho mongwe report ya rena le lena ka gore le badudi ba mo ge e le gore dilo tšeo ga di sepelelane se ke se reportileng mo le se lena le se tsebang le tla fiwa monyetla la bontšha gore aowa mec ye le ye report ye ga se yona ga se ye rena re e bonang ka mokgwa e sepelang ka gona re tla ba re gona premier show re theeleditše le rena re tla botšiša gore na nkane report badudi ba e gana mola report e re dilo di sepela ka mokgwa gape ke be ke le tsebiše gore ge re fetša mo ka moraga ge re tlhakana le baetapele ba lena mo se sengwe se ke ilo se dirang ko go ya ko saeteng gona mo go bona gore na dilo tše di bolelwang e ka ba e le gore ke tšona di gona le tše le lena di tla di bolelang re tla ya ko saeteng re ilo